Welcome to the Stormsurf Video Surf Forecast for the Indian Ocean for the week starting Sunday, April 20th. Brought to you by Kandui Resort in the Mentawai Islands, a great place to go surfing. First we'll take a look at the 18Z significant wave height chart for the Indian Ocean. Two systems in play. One southwest of Perth, Australia, 25-foot seas. A little bit almost, it's due south of the Mentawai Islands. And another system almost just past South Africa, again also 26-foot seas. So something to watch here. Tropical system again, heading south, and that's about it. First we'll take a look at the jet stream. Jet stream winds help support the formation of storms and also help direct the travel path of storms lower in the atmosphere. As of right now, basically a zonal flow, 120, 130 knot winds going pretty much flat west to east. A little bit of a trough here south of South Africa. Troughs, that is, winds flowing to the north, they create a dip. This helps to promote storm formation when and if they occur, but right now nothing too noticeable going on. A bit of a trough there, bit of a trough almost passing Western Australia, and that's it. No real winds associated with either of those troughs. Now here's a better trough forecasted to develop under South Africa on Tuesday. What do we have? About 110 knot winds flowing up into it. That would help set up a clockwise circulation and maybe help a gale form down at the surface. That trough continues east into Wednesday and Thursday, and look at that, even more winds building up into it. Not particularly strong. You really want to see like 130, 140 knot winds, but still a trough nonetheless, and it basically makes its way the whole way across the southern Indian Ocean, which is a good thing. But then behind it you have a ridge, winds pushing down into Antarctica. That'll sort of shut the storm pattern off for a little bit until the next trough works its way in. You have a weak one here by about Sunday, but it doesn't make much northward progress. A better one forming under South Africa, if you can believe it, a week out, or Sunday a week from now. So a little bit of improvement here, a little bit more troughiness, a little bit more energy in the atmosphere. This is good news. Next, we'll take a look at surface level winds. Winds are what generate seas, significant seas, and those seas in turn, when they radiate away from the fetch or the winds that generate them, turn into swell. Two areas of interest: 35 knot winds south, almost south of Perth. Another area, 35 knot west winds under South Africa. Relative to the Mentawai Islands, that fetch is interesting. This one's almost past that point. Not so interesting, but relative to Western Australia, again, this fetch is almost west of that as well. But let's put this into motion, see how it plays out. This fetch tries to keep going here into Monday, but there you go, 35 knot winds, continues to the east, but just never looks particularly impressive. Now here's a much better one forecast by later Wednesday. 45 knot winds starting to develop. These winds are on the 210 or 212 degree path up into the Mentawai Islands, and also on the 233 to a little bit more than that, maybe, or a little less, I'm sorry, 228 degree path to Western Australia. We'll put this into motion. Good, a nice little 45 knot fetch continues into Thursday. Pretty much traverses the whole, and look at this. This is much better here. Notice the winds are blowing straight south to north, right up the Great Circle paths to Mentawai Islands. What path is that? Hard to see here from this image, but 190. There we go. 190 right through the heart of that fetch, and we'll put this into motion. Continues on. It actually lifts north up into the 184. Watch this again. We'll put this in motion. So it's south down in here, and it works its way on up a little bit to the north. Not a lot, but that'll help push better energy up into the Mentawai Islands. So this is good news. And then so that gets you into Friday night, but then high pressure takes over and things sort of fall apart. But then there's another fetch, whoops, right on the 180-hour view, another 45-knot fetch brewing under South Africa. So this looks somewhat interesting. Finally, let's take a look at what this all means in terms of sea production. Again, 26-foot seas currently in both these two fetches. We'll roll it out. That one pretty much goes under Australia and is gone. This one, you only get about 22-foot seas. That's good for 13, maybe not even really 14-second period swell. But it continues to chug along. Now you're up to 26-foot seas by Tuesday. You're into the 15-second range. Maybe a small swell about the 200, not even the 198-degree path up into the Mentawais, and 216 path into Western Australia. We'll continue to put this into motion. Here's the stronger system, 30-foot seas. Now we're looking maybe 16, so there you go, 32-foot seas, so you're talking 17, maybe 18-second period swell. And looking good for the Mentawais on about the 208-degree path. We'll continue to put this into motion. It kind of gurgles along, and then here you go. More 30-foot seas, a little bit larger area into Friday. Again, aimed pretty well to the north. So that's and 190-degree path. So that's pretty good for the Mentawais, and as well for Western Australia. You know, the 222-degree path or so, or even north of that, 232. Okay, and so that is provides some promise. Another system over here. I'm sorry. There we go. 138 hours out, pretty good far away, even less, 126 hours. So Friday, another system that's 25-foot seas. That sort of gurgles along but fades out, doesn't make much progress. And then right at the end of it, we got 32-foot seas again under South Africa. That's pretty long distance away. 217-degree path to the Mentawai Islands, and for Western Australia, it's 218 degrees or so. A long ways away, though. But the pattern looks fairly decent. A couple of systems worth tracking here, and it looks like some surf is on the way. And as we move into the summer, the southern hemi season, things are starting to warm up. So all this is pretty good news for the Indian Ocean. It looks like we're starting to get some swell, a little bit longer period, a little bit more energy starting to show. The jet stream's starting to shape up a little bit better, and looking good. Time to start making reservations if you don't have that already for your trips over to those locations. And of course, we can always recommend Kandui Resort in the Mentawai Islands, a great place to stay. This has been the Stormsurf Video Surf Forecast for the week starting Sunday, April 20th. Hope you've enjoyed it. We'll do it again next week, same time, same place. Thank you.